Haas joined F1 back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at 5th place in 2018. Last season they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022 and strategizing for the future. Going into the 2022 season, Haas hope to have a strong car design under their belts. Coupled with hungry drivers, an ambitious team, and strong leadership, they'll be pushing their performance and fighting their way back to the midfield.
So this first episode will just be episode 0. It's going to be us just kind of going over the logistics of the team and see what we can do. We are going to race Haas and see how far we can get through those first couple races. We are going to leave the driver lineup the same for at least the first couple races to see how things go and just kind of get a feel for things. So just kind of overview of the team. Kind of look at emails, just kind of saying, hey, welcome to the team. Looks like we do have 15 million in the bank to start with. Just kind of look over the two drivers. We have Schumacher is overall view of 76 performance, and then Magnussen is 80. So first race was kind of see who does better. I kind of see the contracts between the two of them. Magnussen has 3-year. Schumacher's this is his last year of his contract. And then the overview between the two of them. So we're just going to jump to the next thing. The car view, I think, is where I went. I played it, and then this recording is done after, so let's just kind of remember what I did here. So like I said, it was kind of view everything. That way, just kind of get a feel for how everything's going here. So kind of jump to that's the reserve driver Fittipaldi. We're going to do some scouting. Just kind of see, maybe looking to get in a higher overall reserve driver. So we are going to scroll down here and just see. I think we're going to scout Giovinazzi. I think he is a reserve driver for Ferrari. See maybe by getting him in as a reserve, or maybe even a potential driver in the future. So we're going to do a scout for 10 days, just to see what he's got there. And then I think I go down to Oscar Piastri to see what he's got for. I think we do a 10-day scout for him to just kind of get an idea of where we're looking at for potential reserve driver or even a replacement. So let's see, just me scrolling through looking at them. They are sort of an overall rating. Piastri is 75 rated. So like I said, I just do a 10-day scout for him too. We have 2 scouts available right now. I'm going to try to eventually bump that up to 3 for future seasons. Going back to the overview, I'm just kind of looking to see. I get used to the menus on this. So this is a calendar coming up. We do have a couple obligations coming up, and the first race is 2 weeks out. So just kind of see what we're dealing with. We are at Bahrain. Just kind of showing when the scouting can be done and all this stuff. So this map is kind of laid out kind of nice. Next screen is going to be the track information. So we are going to just see the difference in the high speed. So auto car, we need low speed, medium speed, downforce, and cornering. Safety cars is not very common. And then most likely will be a 2-stop strategy when it comes to this race. So that's kind of my plan going forward, as long as the tire wear is decent and just kind of past history. So there's the track overview, and just kind of seeing what tracks are coming up here, what we may need to research and develop the car for. But the goal is to be at least in the top 5 in points before the season right now. These are kind of our goals right now, performance goals. Reach Q2 for a lot of them, and then finishing position. So again, we're just kind of looking through the drivers again, and then we're going to look at the car development, see what we have here for car development. I think we do have, or we're looking to see where we are compared to some other drivers, other teams. So we're going to use AlphaTauri as a judge. So we do have better low speed and medium speed than them, but high speed is not that great. So that's just kind of, and then the top speed and acceleration we are lacking compared to them. So we do have good areas compared to them. Alfa Romeo, we're behind in every category, and then we're going to use Alpine for another one, and we are better than low speed, but everything else we are not. Next, we're going to go to check how current products going. No manufacturing, no nothing, so let's see what we can start with. We're going to go to new projects here coming up in a second. Next thing, we're going to go to car development and maybe produce some new parts here. I think we produce front and rear wings. Kind of help with the downforce and the high speed downforce and cornering. So we're going to do the front wing first once I select it here. This is me just trying to go through and figure out which one I wanted to choose. There's the green boxes on the side there. The one on the right tells you what it affects. So they're going to go with 4 hours of CF running, and then 10 hours wind tunnel, and then we go to design focus and see what we can improve on this. We're going to look at use the numbers here. So we do get some improvement on it, not a bunch. Do get more. See if we can improve the high speed cornering here. So each one we change is going to change another box. So just kind of got to watch and see what changes where. And then we'll use the airflow sensitivity to kind of adjust other things. And the airflow front is how it flows air into the underfloor, and how it affects the underfloor performance. So just kind of adjust things to see what we can do and see what we can improve on the best here. But we do want to focus a lot of our improvements on this wing to the high speed. So it's not much of a development. We're just going to use this to try to start to go with, and then we're going to pick, I think I did four engineers, and then we're going to rush it just to make it quicker. That's our money and cost cap left, and then we're going to go do the rear wing. Do the same thing. We're going to do about a half hour for CFD, and then we'll do another 10 hours wind tunnel time. We do have quite a bit of wind tunnel time to work with. And then let's see what we can do to help improve the high speed downforce. So we're going to drag reduction. We're going to improve that slightly, I think, is what I did. Improve the medium speed downforce, and then I'm going to go to the high speed and try to improve it some. Yep, so we're going to improve it a couple notches. And then low speed downforce, we're probably going to try to improve one notch too, just to kind of help it a little bit. Kind of compensate for what it's taking away on the high speed. Improve the airflow sensitivity, and then we're going to try to improve the DRS delta, so let's see if we get some better top speed out of this rear wing as well. So we do get a little bit better on that. Use the other 5 engineers, I think, is what I did to help improve this wing. So once it picks that, I think we did 5, yep, and then we're going to rush this as well, trying to get them both to come at the same time. This could be another $1 million or so. So manufacturing, I think we have enough. So current projects, so we have 28 days for the front wing and 27 days for the rear wing. So next we're gonna go to warehouse, just check the warehouses and everything. So we have 2 chassis for number 1. Warehouse, I thought we had. Next thing is we're gonna go to the suspension that's already upgraded for us and put it on. We're gonna manufacture 1 more of these. I will do 2, so we have a spare. Brush them. normal, yeah, because I don't have, if I rush, I don't have it in time for that first Grand Prix. So then we're gonna take and put, we're gonna give Schumacher the first one. See how that goes. Then we're going to move forward here and look at the engines and what we have there, how we have to work with, and then same with the ERS electronics devices. We have all that in there as well. We're gonna jump to staff, just kind of take a look at the engineers. Just kind of looking through things, through the menus. Then we're gonna take a look at the facilities here in a second to see what we have. So, car development facilities, we have everything level 1, design center level 2. Staff facilities, we do not have a team hub or a race simulator, so I think I spend the money to help improve the race simulator for help driver experience. Something with a team hub to help improve morale. It was only $100,000, so we got $1.8 million out right there. And then operation facilities, these help the team morale and income as well. So this is what I'm just kind of looking into. Weather center is not too important, we only have one. Same with the helipad, no, I think we build this because it's low cost. It does help with sponsorship targets. We still have about 10 million left over with right now, so just kind of see where we're at after this a little bit. And then just kind of looking at the sponsorship objectives. We want to be by the end of the 2024 season have 25% podiums, so let's see if we can shoot for that. Just kind of, this team rating is pretty bottom of the barrel, so we have our work cut out for us pretty much. And then look at the profile, this is for us. Not necessarily important for this, and then there's no regulation changes yet for the next season. So there's something we got to watch out for, and when we got to decide when we're going to start developing for that if they change. So the next thing is the season budget balance. I still haven't figured out this stuff yet on how to read this, so this is just where we're at budget wise. Projected, so we do, I think we make about $4 to $5 million extra a month over race earnings. So that's what our budget is compared plus the race earnings. So just kind of looking through where our cost is right now. Then project the balance right there, and then we have the projections, and then the monthly balance. So we have $5 million per month over from the recurring expenses and everything. So that's what we're working with. 30-day balance is $600,000, and then the cost cap, we have $111 million left. We're projected to be at 99 towards the end of the season. So let's see if we can improve this car some. Goal is, depending when the regulation changes happen, by after, I probably won't do development in the car for next season until after 7 or 8 races. So just kind of play it by ear there, and just looking through the sponsorship obligations. So these are automatically put in the calendar for us, but when they're there, we do not get any sort of as this one, the car part development. It does not. The factories are shut down for the day when they do those. So like I said, whatever it does kind of affect ours a little bit, but we do get money when each one is completed once they are done. So that's what we're going to look into there, and then just kind of see what we got going on in the standings. We have nothing going right now, so back to the home screen. We're going to jump to forward here to see what we have going on. Just kind of keep rolling until it stops it. It does pause us for some emails, so we'll check the emails out. Just kind of introducing everybody for the car development stuff. The sponsor sending us an email about their obligations and where they want us to stand. Then we have a kickoff party thing, and I think I do that just to improve the morale of the drivers and the staff. So after we get that, I think I'm gonna go forward again. So we do still have money to work with. We're still at 10 million. We're gonna jump to the facilities again, I think, and see what we have. We're just gonna keep going. Go back to the home page and then get a fast forward to the next couple of days. So just kind of see what we have going on. We have an important email to read after that. It's going to be urgent, the suspension is completed. So I think, if I'm mistaken, did I put this on this car? I don't think I did. I think I just left it with the one. So Schumacher has the one suspension, and then Magnussen has the old one. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna fast forward here to the next day. We're getting closer to the pre-season test results and the races, so we do have the helipad constructed, which is kind of nice, so that does help with some stuff. Then we're going to jump forward here again, read the emails that are there. Just kind of explains the helipad and what the cost of upkeep and stuff is on it. Going forward again, we're going to get manufacturing completed, so it'll stop us eventually. We're just going to keep moving. Facility completed. We have the race simulators completed. We're going to move forward here to read the emails. So that's going to go with the pre-season testing results of where we're lacking. We are towards the back for high speed. Anything low speed means we were in the middle. Engine cooling in the middle. Top speed we're towards the end of the midfield, so it's just we have to have some work to do. Goal within the season will be in the midfield or at the head of the midfield, hopefully. I don't know that's high, but we're just going to push for it and see what we can do. So we're just going to kind of continue pushing on here. Okay, so then we're going to get to the scouting to see what we have scouted. So it looks like we have Oscar Piastri in here. They finished the scouting for him and Joe Benassi, so I don't remember if I scouted further or if I left it. So we're just going to kind of let this roll and see what I decided to do. We are at the driver screen. Let's see what I did here. Pretty sure I scouted further, didn't I? So that is the standard scouting for Oscar Piastri. I did standard for Joe Benassi. So let's see if I did go faster with it. So you can see here, looks like I do jump down and do the 30-day scouting just to see what we can figure out with them. And then we're just gonna leave her go just like that. So coming up will be the Bahrain Grand Prix. Gonna kind of go and just check on the advancement here, and then we got the other suspension completed. So I'll have the first video uploaded in the next week or so. This is just kind of the overview of the season and where we're standing right now. This is just going over the race prep and the manufacturer's incompletion of one part. And just kind of see what we can get figured out here. So, hope you all like this video and hope you all join us in the future here.